All right, welcome back to the Lucas Oil Totally Off-Road Radio Show. Well, hey, you know what time it is? It's time for the Week in News.
And now, breaking news with Sean Oshner.
This is Totally Off-Road Radio News for Wednesday, June 10th, 2009. Robbie Gordon was the big winner at the 41st Baja 500 over the weekend. Gordon came in first place, finishing the 432-mile course in 8 hours, 35 minutes, and 49 seconds. Gordon beat second place defending champion B.J. Baldwin by just 4 minutes and 45 seconds on corrected time. Gordon and Baldwin had a close battle during the entire race. The win marks Gordon's 9th win since he started racing trophy trucks in the Score Series. After the race was over, Gordon flew back to Pocono for the NASCAR Cup race. Gordon continues to lead the season points for the Score Desert Series. Harley Lettner was the big winner in Class 1, while the team of Kendall Norman, Timmy Wigan, and Quinn Cody brought the Johnny Campbell Racing Factory-backed Honda to the podium in first place in just 8 hours, 30 minutes, 3 seconds, winning the race overall. There has been some talk of controversy surrounding the official finishers. Score is currently reviewing the tracking data and will hand out any necessary penalties as early as Thursday. Score President and CEO Sal Fish stated at the drivers' meeting before the race, penalties will be enforced for speeding on the highway sections as well as course cutting.
All right, Sean. Hey, thanks for the news and welcome to that. Hey, we are going to now speak with one of the guys who I believe believes in slime as well, our good buddy, Will Higman's with us. Will.
Good evening, gentlemen.
How are you?
Very good. Good to hear from you, Josh and Jim. And Sean, what a great job. Give Sean a slap on the back for me, because I know he's right there, right?
Nope, he's not here. You knew that. Come on.
Just a little joke there. No.
But if he was here, we would have queued him up with this, Will.
Okay, there you go.
He is the Carlton of off-road, yes. Hey, congrats. Nice big second-place finish.
You know what? I had a good run, good solid run. And when a plan comes together and you get a good finish like I did, you're super ecstatic. And then after you get home, you realize the difference between first and second place. But I had a great time. It's just, I do a lot of, I do all of the logistics, all the planning, all the driving. The only thing I don't do is I don't prep my own car. That gets done by Jake's Fab Works of Anaheim. And Jake also rides with me in the car the whole way. But we just, went down and did our standard program and just had a solid race. And it was a lot of fun to drive. I thought the track was really good this year. It had 4 major spots. The start normally is pretty critical, and then the summit, and then Borrego, and then the Europan section coming in. But in between there was some really good fast roads, and it was just a blast to drive. I actually like driving the fast roads myself, just like Josh was saying earlier.
Yeah, I loved that. I loved my whole section, the beach, everything. There's nothing better. I mean, you're blasting 100. I don't know how fast the 10 cars go, but I could do about 115, 120 down that beach and just look over right next to the ocean, and it's. I mean, man, you can't ask for anything better than that in racing, I guess.
Well, the weather was perfect. Normally, I can remember, many times, more than 50% of the time when you fire off the starting line in Ensenada, you get that kind of heavy marine layer, and then as you go through the hills outside of town, seems like it's pretty common to have your face shield, steam up, and then you get that kind of dirty, powdery silt on there, and it's usually a challenge just keeping your face shield clean, just leaving town. But the weather, for whatever reason, was the best I can remember. It was just beautiful.
It was pretty nice, that's for sure.
Not too hot?
Nah, it was gorgeous. I mean, one day we were pre-running, the one day that I did go across the summit and down into Borrego. It was pretty hot down there on that dry lake bed, but I mean, there's nothing around. There's no hills. You're just standing around in the
dry lake.
Jeez Louise. You ran the whole thing, Will?
Yeah, I normally drive this one myself. It's I've actually soloed the Baja 1000 before. I would not do that again with the intentions of winning. I did it just to do it one time and was successful at finishing. But the Baja 500 normally isn't a problem for me. I can remember 2 years ago, it was actually pretty difficult driving through the pine forest, and then we did
I believe that's when I was there with you.
Yeah, exactly. But that year, it was a real challenge going through the pine forest, and then we did a backside of Mike's Loop also, so it was a lot more technical, and that one really pretty much, that was about my limit there for sure. But this year it was pretty dang, I mean, I felt really good. It was surprising. You know, sometimes when I drive that far I get a little fatigued, but I was doing so well and actually coming on at the end, and the racing conditions were good. It was still daylight out. I was on my plan. So, I mean, I just felt I was jacked up, actually. So
yeah, you probably didn't finish. I mean, I think actually the guy that won in Class 10, was it Lawrence? Is that?
Yeah.
He actually beat me overall. So you must have been right there.
And overall, I had a fantastic time down there. I mean, the Baja 500 is an awesome race. I mean, you've been down there for your first time now. Maybe you went as a spectator before, I don't know. But, I mean, just the whole event is just awesome.
Yeah, I had a blast for sure. I can't wait for the next one. As soon as I got back, I texted Cameron Monday morning first thing and said, when are we going back?
Exactly. It's by far the best race.
Hey, I got a question for you that just got sent in over the wire. It says, ask Will what was worse, the 500 or the Mint this year?
Well, the Mint for sure. That was it was a fast, rough course, and as far as like getting beat up as a driver, there was no comparison. There was a lot of rocks. There's at the Mint and a lot of hard cross grain. And the Class 10 cars was quite a bit different than a trophy truck with 39-inch tires or a Class 1 car with 35s and the weight or 37-inch tires. They kind of absorb a lot more of the shock. So
your car looks like it works awesome, too.
The car works awesome. I mean, my car, I can, drive with one hand. There's no feedback through the wheel or anything, but it's still, it's a lighter car. It's all spring rate to weight ratio, and it has a tendency to kind of skip across more of the rough, of the whoop-de-doos and with the smaller tires, there's more shock going through that stuff. Even though the car can take it, it's still a little harder on the body.
Yeah, it doesn't fill in those big holes as nice as
exactly.
37 or something like you're saying.
Hey, real quick here, Will, we only got like a minute left. Where are we going to see you racing next, buddy?
I'm planning on going to the Baja 1000, and then my big plans are to go back with Team Gordon and Team Dakar USA to the Dakar Rally again in South America.
Nice.
Are you driving or?
Everything's in flux right now, and all the plans will kind of get firmed up over the summer. I was in the big truck. I've been in the big truck 2 years. So I'm hoping to be back in the race because that's awesome. Obviously for a racer, that's what you strive to achieve. And we'll just see what happens over the summer. That we actually crashed the truck, and I'm not sure really what Robbie's plans are yet, whether we're going to enter a T4 truck or what his plans are. So we'll see over the summer, but that's my main goal right now.
We'll just have to see, but when you find out and break the news, hopefully you'll do it here.
Sounds great, and thanks for having me on. It's always a pleasure to speak with you, Jim, and love the show, and thanks a lot.
Absolutely. The pleasure's all ours. Will Higman, hey, best of luck to you, and hopefully we'll see you at the 1000. I hope to even be at Dakar. Who knows? So.
Hey, that'd be great.
That'd be awesome. But, hey, folks, hang out, and when we come back, Scotty Broman's going to give us a little update and recap on all the bikes that happened down at the Baja 500. So don't go away. We'll be right back.